Check. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Early Bird Show. I'm your host, Eric Rogers. We got a lot to get into, like what should Tua do, Bettor's breaking the rules, and we'll talk about who got some cutty last week. Prince Jay's our guest, and if you're rocking with us, like, comment, and follow below. But before I go on, a few things to know. All right, man. Let's get it going. A new study says gamblers are dumping stocks to bet on sports. The study also stated that people are gamifying them, betting on long shots with low likelihoods of winning. So basically, it sounds like people are treating money like VC and betting on the Wizards to win the World Series. Doesn't make any sense, man. What else is there? Oh, yeah. Last week, UFC event saw some confusion outside the octagon when Terrence Crawford was mistaken for Kendrick Lamar. Afterward, Danny White said they kind of look alike. And then he said that he thought that Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle were twins. It's crazy, man. Soon you'll be able to eat Angel Reese's cereal. She's partnering with Reese's to make Angel Reese's Puffs. I know her growing fan base will be very happy. I also know some guys that wanted to dip her in milk, but this isn't what they meant. And Auburn QB Peyton Thorne said after his team lost, fans on the losing side of the bets asked him for refunds. He went on to say that when they win, no one ever sent any money. That's because people who messaged him never win. Winners aren't looking for refunds; they're looking for their next play. Only a loser bets on a game and then asks for a quarterback. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I'm here with G's. She's on location. But I want to introduce our guest, Prince J, the artist, entrepreneur, owner of Nostalgic Hype, and Mr. AAA himself, Prince J.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
What up, G's?
What's up, brother?
How y'all doing, man?
Chilling. How you feeling?
Hey, feeling good, man. It's been a lot. It's been heavy.
It's a lot going on.
It's like it won't stop.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh,
Oh.
I knew that was coming.
All right, man. I don't even want to get into it. But hey, like we all see what happened to Tua.
Yeah.
What do you think Tua should do?
I mean, we all seen what happened to not much, man. What he should do what he want to do. He getting paid a lot of money.
How much money is he getting paid?
I don't know the exact numbers, the exact figures. It's large though.
It's
They're
up
large.
there.
I
It's
mean,
up there.
9 figures, I think.
Yeah, it's up there.
if he feel like he want to continue playing the game and he can still continue to play the game, I think that should be up to him.
Me personally, let's make this clear. He should do what he wants to do, right? But me personally, I think he should get up out of there. I think he should pack it up. This is his fourth concussion since 2019. First one when he got with Alabama. Third in this league, and it's like they've all that this most recent concussion, that the hit didn't even look like it could cause a concussion. It just looked like he got hit, like. So for me, this the third one in the NFL, bro. And what you gonna do? You get the fourth one. They're gonna say the same thing, like you should do what you want to do. You should play if you still feel like you're able to play. So at some point you got to think about your life after football, right? Because God forbid he can get injured in a different way and never return to who Tua was before the concussions, before the next injury. So you got to think about life outside of football. And I've heard like the coach from the Raiders actually mention that same thing, and I fully agree with him because you're gonna live longer than you playing football, hopefully. So you should think about that time too.
I guess I just always, they call themselves gladiators. They are gladiators. We the Romans. It's like I get. People want Tua to retire because they feel uncomfortable seeing it on the screens. But it's like
Right.
that's what we're watching. We watch players get hit going 100 miles per hour. We watch baseball players pitchers throw at batters, and be happy they throw at batters.
Purposely.
We watch Draymond Green cap a guy, choke a guy out. It's like, bro, this sports.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Tua, it looked bad because it's like, he has no control and all that, but you can't. It's like you can't tell me I got $200 million contract and you want me to retire. I'll retire. Just pay me out.
Yeah.
If that's the case, cash me out.
Definitely.
Now, I didn't mean to, downplay the seriousness of his injury and how it may have seemed and appeared. It's just that, we came up in a different game. We came up watching a different game.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube, you look up these highlights from the early 2000s.
Yeah, Sean Taylor.
they
Sean
smack
Taylor's
each other
legacy
around.
is hard hits.
What the game looked like at that point, they made it significantly safer.
Yeah.
So I feel like if at anything, yes, let that man play if he wants to play.
Yeah.
But if I'm his coach, or if
Yeah.
I'm the if I'm in the front office, I'm telling that man, listen, I'm gonna let you rock,
Tapping on him like, yo.
but put some more protection on. They got guardian caps that we've seen
Yeah.
now,
They do.
and I looked it up.
Yeah.
Right?
They help.
They do help.
Yeah.
This is statistic: 50% risk reduction of risk of concussion.
Yeah.
Throughout these collisions.
Yeah.
If anything, if he wants to continue to play, if he feel like he can, let's get him a little bit more protection where we can. Because like I said, it was he got hit and hurt to some collision, but it's not as violent as
Yeah, that wasn't a violent hit.
My thing is just like once you that was a televised game. Once you start making players with guardian caps, it's like you're gonna make all of them with guardian caps. It's like like I said, the only reason I think everybody going up in arms is because we watched it. Because you see it. It's like when somebody get tear ACL, you don't see the ligament in the knee ripping. You don't you see somebody, you see him in pain, you see him crying. But with the concussion, you see like the effects of it. You go, all right, I don't want to see that on my screen. So you should be watching football.
Lastly, I think when you bring up like the topic of seeing ACL tears and those other significant injuries, I think the difference with those injuries is like after football, you'll still be able to care for yourself. You'll still be able to do certain things for yourself. There won't be any psychological damages compared to concussions. We've seen players from the older days, even before we even started watching football, even football was a thought for us in our generation. We've seen where it's ended up. You've seen where those players have ended up. And I don't mean to say it like this, but look at Antonio Brown. He ain't no way there in the head. And anybody that sees him now and says different,
But that's my thing with concussions. You can't tell if somebody got CTE until after they die.
Yeah.
It's like,
but you ain't gonna tell me that something ain't fully that Antonio Brown today is Antonio Brown from years.
I never knew him. He might have been cuckoo back in the day.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just saying, like, yo, he might have been cuckoo back in the day. He is 5'10" playing football. Like, that's not that. They usually bigger, but whatever. I digress. Real quick, what was your reaction on Shannon Sharpe's debut?
All right,
debut was crazy.
Yeah, I saw the jokes before I
actually saw what was going on.
Yeah, and then once I understood what was going on, I couldn't search for it. I felt a little out of place, so I didn't necessarily see the actual video. If the joke videos are accurate,
that's Mama Show.
If they accurate, man, that was something else.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. I'm on Instagram damn near every day. I've never accidentally went live on Instagram. Never. It's you have to literally go to the live option and then you have to press OK. It's not just to accidentally press a button and you live. Nah, like it doesn't happen like that.
It's more layered than that,
bro. Like I don't know if it's more layers or what. Like I'm very much that person that I question stuff. So how do you end up going live?
How did you do that by mistake?
Yeah, like how did you mistakenly go live? And then you came out and said you was hacked. Come on, bro.
As a person who doesn't lock his phone constantly, I don't know. It's like sometimes I mess around and I'll be pocket dialing people, and
it's different though. You could press a number and it's gonna dial.
And that's what he's saying.
It's like you don't press a few buttons. You don't press a number and then press OK to dial it. Nah, I get that.
You say you gotta press a few to get what you needed to do.
How do you pocket go live?
So you're saying that his leak you saying that leak, leaks is not a leak.
That was I can't call that a leak. That was like the biggest error mistake.
He did just
ever
interview
made.
Ray J. He might have got some tips.
Yeah, Ray J was like, yo, bro.
He might have got some tips. Ray J might have been like, I'm gonna show you how to leak something.
Leak
something. I'm gonna show you how to leak it. I'm gonna show you how to leak something. All right, man. We gonna move on. Hey, now from a stat from my main man Chi.
Yes, sir. Live from Dallas. In the last 3 seasons, the Cowboys are 12-2 when coming off a loss. Today, they're 1.5 underdog against Baltimore. You do what you do with that.
Do what you do with that. Whatever, man. Hey, college players are being targeted by bettors, man. Like I don't even know. We know this been happening, but like they contacting college players at the bets, and I read recently that the college commissioner is trying to get prop bets on college players to be canceled because it's like you shouldn't be able to contact a player and go, hey man, you got to get 80 yards make sure you do
Right.
that.
Man, listen. We gonna stop babying these players, right? Because if they want to get to if they really want to get to that next level, past the collegiate level, the NFL level, the professional level, you gonna have to deal with that. You gonna have to deal with that. So hearing the quarterback complain about that, it's just now starting. You better learn how to catch them props, bro. Because once you get to the NFL,
But what if his trajectory is just being an accountant at a firm?
hey, well,
And he's just playing for the school
He's
right
playing
now.
for the school right
Hey,
now. I
see
just
what you're
play
saying?
for
see,
Auburn.
that's what happens when you an accountant and you don't do what you need to do.
Oh, all
Your
right.
client's gonna be hitting you up and telling you, yo, bro, you ain't getting my money right. What's up with my
That
money?
was
So you gonna
fair.
have to
That
deal
was-
with that.
That was
That was
fair.
the
You gonna
best.
have to deal with that. Yeah.
I gave him that.
You gonna have to deal with
That
that,
was
bro.
fair.
Like nobody want to hear you crying about you not doing what you supposed to do. You supposed to go out there and hit certain numbers.
I'm gonna keep it G real, man. This has been happening in sports
Forever.
man.
I don't care if you in college complaining about
When
it.
you in the urban, in the neighborhood, in the cities, man, it just happens like that. You know, it's one real thing when it happens when you're younger is to make sure you get to where you projected to go, where we expecting and see the potential in you to get where you need to go. Maybe a little incentive here and there. Oh, you won the states, or you went to playoffs. Oh, I got you. Oh, you need some shoes. Got you. You need something for your pocket. That's been happening since forever.
I guess
man.
my thought is like, if it's happening at the college level, that means somebody in high school is getting hit up on the DM like, you messed up my parlay. Because it's like,
Nah, because you not high school players don't got props.
LeBron
they don't,
James.
they don't got they don't got number.
I
Come on.
know a guy that bet on 2 roaches fighting.
We all know LeBron James.
kinda crazy.
The backstory a little bit. How LeBron James
Yeah.
have a Hummer or
He had a
Escalade
Hummer.
or what it was in high school.
Yeah, for
How
beating
you do
teams.
that?
For beating teams.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
been
Like,
happening, man.
I don't know. All right, so y'all saying y'all don't think nothing can be done.
Nah, I
in
don't
this.
think there's nothing that you can do to fix fans hitting up, directly contacting these players, whether it's collegiate level or professional level, because there's damn sure nothing you can do about the guys that's in the actual NFL, NBA, MLB. We see it all the time. Just because now you in the college level, you think people who betting on you gonna have some grace for you and say, all right, I'm gonna leave you alone, little bro. I'm gonna wait till you make it to the big leagues to get on your ass. Nah, you losing people money.
Realistically,
You getting money. You can either have the option to get money off your NILs, or you losing people money. So you gonna have that pushback.
I'm glad you said that. I was about to mention the NIL.
Oh,
This is why they've been pushing to get paid and to be receiving these things. We here now.
Yeah.
This is what comes with some of that stuff.
Exactly.
Y'all saying they grown.
Yeah, they
grown, y'all getting paid.
Y'all getting paid. Like,
Yeah.
it come with the territory. It come with the territory.
Yeah, imagine the guys like the Fab Five or guys like the Reggie Bush in their heyday.
Johnny Manziel.
And
Yeah.
well, he was getting broke off, but
Well,
that
yeah,
was a
but
different story.
I know, yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. But you know what? I gave Johnny a pass. He got Reggie. Whatever. Like Tim Tebow probably had every church in America.
Tim Tebow,
Like, here, my brother.
yo,
Hey,
so
he said every
these
church
guys
in
are probably
America.
looking at some of these guys right now like, boy, if I was, we'd have been.
And that is what happened. I know
Yeah.
right now it's 3 players from Michigan suing Michigan for back pay. They want $50 million.
Oh wow.
Braylon Edwards, Desmond Howard, not Desmond Howard. I forget his brother, the quarterback's name, but old quarterback. But they want back
Wow.
pay. They like, you made money off of our
Really?
likeness.
Yeah.
Wow.
We deserve some back pay.
That ain't happening. But I
Nah,
digress.
I don't
Like
see
you
it
said,
happening
I
either,
digress.
but-
Nah.
That ain't happening.
They just lost a big lawsuit,
Yeah.
in NCAA, but everybody gonna want their back pay.
man.
Yeah.
Reparations.
Yeah.
All right, man. Stick around, don't scroll around. We'll be right back.
All right, so I'm thinking we start from there, and then we transition to football.
Yo, bro, you still talking to that chick Michelle?
Yeah, she mad cool. I met her at a Broncos game.
She a Bronco fan.
Yeah, big time. She said her favorite player is Shannon Sharpe. Said she met him.
She did.
Yeah, she said he was nice. Went to the bar. Went back to his house. She even got a signed jersey. That's my Michelle.
Oh yeah,
Not anymore.
that's my Michelle. That's my Michelle.
And we're back. We gotta talk about Super Bowl, man. Halftime, Super Bowl was selected. They
Yeah.
selected this man, Kendrick Lamar.
Hey, it's
Damn.
And everybody, and some people were really upset. What do y'all think about his halftime show? Should Kendrick Lamar have been chosen to be the halftime performer, or should it have been somebody else?
Let me.
talk about it.
The excuses that have been made for Jay-Z's decision have mainly been wrapped around Kendrick Lamar has had arguably the biggest year in rap and hip hop, right? But here's my thing: if you take away that "Not Like Us" track, what else has that man done this year? What, the Like That remix? This year,
Which is still tied into the beef.
still tied into the beef, right? My thing is this: I don't want to see Kendrick go up there and do the same tracks he did in 2022 in LA with Dr. Dre. Humble, DNA, and tracks like that. It's not much that Kendrick can go out there and do to wow. Not the Super Bowl attendees, right? Because if you there and seeing a performance, seeing a live performance is always going to be cool. But to the people, the hip hop enthusiasts in the hip hop community, and people who actually enjoy the sport and the art of rap, there's not much that I think he can do to wow myself and people in this community. Like, what are you gonna go out there and do, and have me like, nah, that was a crazy performance. But on the other hand, I really ain't trying to hear Wayne go out there with the yelling and the jumping and the screaming at the top of his lungs. I really ain't going for it, bro. I like respect the Wayne, and I get it. It's in New Orleans. I think he should have got more of an opportunity to be involved in it.
I think he should have did some stuff this year. You named 2 tracks that Kendrick
But
did.
it's kind of the
It's
same
like,
thing with Wayne.
What
It's
did
like
Wayne do? What did
but then-
Wayne
but-
do to
but then
even
again-
like be in
but-
the conversation?
But then
besides,
again,
like,
Wayne can
the
go down.
hit?
Wayne can go down the catalog. How much of a catalog can Kendrick Lamar go down? Kendrick Lamar has a catalog of good songs that you may hear and be like, oh, that's a good song. It's not a song that I want to hear him perform, but it's a good song. Lil Wayne has songs, has a catalog, has a storm of catalog, extensive, that you say, nah, this song meant something to me growing up. This song meant something to the culture, and it meant something to New Orleans.
But if you bleep out all the curses and the other things you can't say, you might just get a couple words like
Forget the curses. I ain't trying to hear that. They had Snoop. They had Dre. They had 50 Cent up there.
He was there to C-Walk. That's what he did.
I think that when we say that Hove is now, in charge of selecting and
He
charging
is.
halftime performance stuff, we expect it to be hip hop now, and hip hop's the face now and the sound now. So if we thinking about it like that, and we are, why you said why would Wayne be in the conversation? Because we talking about Louisiana, right? And if we talking about that, we talking about Dot favorite rapper being Lil Wayne. A lot of people favorite rap, so he don't really have to do nothing this year for us to consider Wayne at the halftime of the Super Bowl in his place of birth. You know what I mean? So when we also talk about that, we consider Lil Wayne as being the face of sport. What other rapper is more seen on ESPN? He got the theme song for First Take. So what
Skip Buddy.
what names?
It's a bad buddy.
Huh?
Yeah, it's trash. That's a bad
Skip
buddy to
Bayless
have.
is a bad buddy. He is.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
uh.
don't really care too much for Skip.
Oh, I'm just saying. If we consider in sports and its relativity to hip hop is Wayne, direct line.
But if we talk about relevancy of like 2024, it's
Yeah.
like I haven't heard anybody.
That was my beef. Like hearing
like
them
nobody-
come out and say like, oh yeah, he's had
like-
arguably the biggest year in hip hop. No, he hasn't. He had arguably the most controversial diss song in hip hop, and like
yeah.
the most likable, the most
It's probably
catchy diss song in hip hop.
It
And I know
might
y'all gonna
be-
say he shouldn't do that song, or he if he got a cease and desist to not be able to do that song,
I'm just tired of
you
hearing
got to do that song, bro.
Nah,
you have
nah,
to, you have to do a section of that song. They not like us at least, because that's a hype song.
Yeah, I'm just.
What he needs to do is the right thing. Dot, bring Wayne out, man. Give Wayne 5 of your 10, 15 minutes rather.
Wayne-
You got 15. Give
why-
Wayne
why-
5 minutes.
Yeah, and then after I get Wayne 5 minutes, I'm going to be like, they not like us.
Yeah,
it's a rap.
that's cool.
Here's my issue with that, right? Because if you telling me he should bring out Lil Wayne, I go back and I remember watching an interview with Lil Wayne saying, "Yo, if I get a chance to do the Super Bowl, I'm not bringing no guests out." He said it in the interview. He said, "Yo, if I go out there," he said, "I don't care if I'm on a feature. I don't care who I did the song with, the feature that was on that song, and how good they made the song on top of me being on it. I'm not bringing nobody out." He said, "That's my moment." So you gonna tell me Kendrick should bring him out during his moment.
And
I don't.
yes.
I don't agree with
You
that.
know what's good about that? He won't have to make that decision.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
He good.
And
Yes.
once again, I really don't. Wayne, I'm sorry, bro, but I really don't want to hear you get up there and say, I'm not going for
That
it,
was a
dude.
perfect
He-
impersonation.
he
I'm not going for it, bro.
he-
I don't want to hear it, bro. I'm
He
sorry.
got all this smoke in defense of Pop or towards Drake. Wayne, your favorite artist, he inspired you to do what you do the best.
And now he gonna do what Wayne said
And-
he gonna do. I ain't gonna bring you up here.
You're not going
Exactly. That's
Bring-
I got you,
True
brother.
I
True
got you,
inspiration.
I was listening.
True inspiration. All right?
5
Like,
minutes.
word. Thank you, bro.
I was listening, and I'm gonna do what you said to do, and I ain't gonna bring you up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring him up though. If I was Wayne, I wouldn't accept that. I wouldn't accept that offer from Kendrick.
All right, closing thoughts. Should Kendrick bring somebody up? If he does, not Wayne. I don't think he should bring
Somebody, yes. Don't ask me who, but somebody.
Black Hippie.
Who else would he bring?
Black
Don't
Hippie?
ask me who.
TD.
Bring Black Hippie to
TD.
Nah,
That'd be
nah,
hard.
nah, nah,
Okay,
nah,
one
nah,
second.
nah,
Why
It's
you
not
coming
just-
to
they
them?
already- they just did that in LA.
They did?
Yeah.
All right.
You
Everybody
cannot,
on stage, they not like us.
you cannot bring out TDE in New Orleans.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright,
You
alright.
cannot
It'll
do
be hard.
that.
Don't
Okay,
get me
okay, okay.
wrong,
That's
but
that's
it's-
terrible.
Alright.
That's
Alright.
not gonna be
Bring
hard.
out Wayne. What you talking about?
Oh,
There's nobody else
currency.
to bring out all by yourself.
Alright.
There's nobody else to bring
Yeah,
out.
it
Just
sounds
thug it out,
it
bro.
sounds
Just
like
go
he
out there and
just
do
gonna be by
I'm Humble
himself.
and DNA and all that again, and let's do it
Feel
again,
me?
bro.
Yo, that's
Wait, hold up. Somebody brought him out. He was just at the halftime. Somebody brought him
He was a
out.
part
In
of the halftime
LA.
show. He was a part of the ensemble.
Exactly.
In LA. but
Exactly.
that's
Bring 5 minutes. You got 15.
Nah, the person who
Yo,
damn near put him on,
He
bro.
go little bro, Lil Wayne. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Bring him out 5 minutes. If I'm Lil Wayne, I headline.
Yeah.
Me.
He can't do that. Look, Hove ain't picking.
Nigga said, Weezy F baby, and the F is for frustrated. Oh man.
Oh.
Oh man. All right, man. I'm ready. Hey yo, in the closes out, I want to talk about black quarterbacks, man. You know, this year out of 32 teams, 15 had black starting quarterbacks. A new record. That might not seem like much, but in comparison, out of 360 astronauts, only 18 have looked like me, which isn't the greatest stat, but it proves at least if you're black, there's a better chance you getting sacked than stuck in space.
Damn.
Yeah, it's real. Amazon promised releasing a docu-series called The Evolution of the Black Quarterback, hosted by Michael Vick. Fun fact, in 2001, Michael Vick was the first black quarterback drafted number 1. If you're wondering what took so long, don't blame it on the lack of representation or scouts. Blame racism. Yeah. It wouldn't be until 1953 that an NFL coach would put a black quarterback in to throw. And with a name like Willie Thrower, rightfully so. That's like telling Usain Bolt he can't run, or telling Assad he can't roll. You know? Speaking of running, I always hate when people say that black quarterbacks all they do is run fast. Who doesn't like speed? People forget that the fable, the tortoise and the hare only lost because he was cocky. You know what I mean? Like the Bears took Caleb Williams with the first pick because he was a great quarterback, but also because he was confident, something he has to be. He's the latest black quarterback that has to lead a losing franchise, which isn't easy to do. Just ask Bryce Young. It's crazy, man. I've only talked about the physical traits. Could you imagine how it feels to be a black quarterback? W.E. Du Bois coined the term double consciousness, how it feels for a black person to live in the U.S. So could you imagine how it feels to be the quarterback that leads America's team? Especially when this is your boss? Don't worry, he's just watching. I remember when all hell broke loose when Kaepernick took a knee. Dak did too, but it felt different. You know? Enough about that. Some people think black quarterbacks aren't smart enough. Yeah, they still think black quarterbacks aren't smart enough. In his book, Rise of the Black Quarterback, What It Means for America, Jason Reed said, people within the NFL thought black players weren't smart enough to play the ultimate thinking man's position. But it doesn't take a scientist to tell you that isn't true. If you think things have changed, think again. A 2023 investigation found evidence that teams were chronically underrating black quarterbacks in the draft from 2010 to 2022. It was only a couple of years ago when Bill Polian said Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson should be a running back. If you don't know who Bill Polian is, this is him. The only thing that Bill needs is to grab one of them bottles of baby oil P. Diddy had and lather up. I haven't seen a man this opposed to lotion since Donald Rollins was on the Chappelle Show. Either way, Lamar ignored them, and 2 MVPs later, little has changed. Joe Flacco at 39 just had a great year, but Cam Newton can't get another chance, so now he's doing live therapy. I digress. I'm all for history being told. It's important to acknowledge how we got here, not to take it for granted. But we can't take our eyes off the ball or off how the Broncos treated Russell Wilson. You know, it's still 4th and 1, and we're still 4th and long, and just for our luck that the best quarterbacks in the NFL are black, who can throw, think, and thankfully run. That's our show. If you're rocking with us, comment your favorite part on the show. Let's thank our guest Prince J for stopping by.
Hey.
And we'll see y'all in October.
Peace.
Check. Yeah. Check.